This program is designed to provide general information with regards to the subject matters covered. This information is given with the understanding that neither the hosts, guests, sponsors, or station are engaged in rendering any specific and personal, medical, financial, legal, counseling, professional service, or any advice. You should seek the services of competent professionals before applying or trying any suggested ideas.
Hey there, it's Brian Sebastian, movie reviews and more. And if it's Tuesday, it's the last Tuesday of the year, and it's always Giving Tuesday, no matter where you are. It doesn't matter if it's one time a year or every Tuesday in the year, like we are. 185 live shows in a row and still counting. And the good thing about this is I'm glad that my friends are here, meaning all my co-hosts. And Brooklyn, you will be part of our family because we like, well, I have to speak for myself. I like what you're saying. I think Linda likes it, Carol likes it, and that's a good thing, but we'll get there. But the important thing about this, I'm just honored that, you guys are my friends. I really think a lot about you guys. And I say guys, even though women. So Linda, I love when she's been on the last 6 weeks, and I think Linda does a great deal. I don't think she gets enough credit for what she does. And Carol, I call her my show wife. I talk to her almost every day. We talk about just life and then things in general. Terri, I'm not talking to that much because I think she's in a better spot. So I kind of did my job, Terri. But, I still talk to her. And Rachel, she got on my case because I didn't call her today because I was having a kind of crap day. But, seeing these smiling faces, it's good because it's a lot to do all of these shows. And you never want to take old energy into a new year. And that's most important. And by the way, we're on streaming live on Talk for TV, Talk for Media, K for HD Radio, because I have to always remember the radio aspect of things. So there's always people listening to us around the world on the audio side as to doing other things, which is most important. And the special thing about this is that it's the last show of the year, even though it's still live and still going through. Brooklyn, welcome to the last show that we're doing. But before we get to you, which I'm sure a lot of people have heard your songs, which I'm really happy to hear because I didn't know who you were before. And it's always great to see new artists and see what they're doing and that they're kicking butt out there, even at an early age. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Howard, let's start with you because we never know if we have sound, but you sounded good for a minute. Tell them who you are, what you're doing, and what you got new in downtown Nashville.
Okay, I'm Howard Wiggins Interior Design. I'm 72 and I'm going back into the interior design business. And I've just put an electric billboard downtown in Nashville, Tennessee. I'll be the first interior designer ever on a billboard. There it is. And I'm so happy to do that. It kind of looks like Times Square, doesn't it? But in country style. But I've got a lot of things planned. I've got, there's a fashion shoot coming up in Atlanta. There's another little movie thing coming up. There's, I'm actually, I talked about it and we'll probably do it today, but I'm going to get a fan book page. So you can join my fans and just a lot of things are going to happen. I'm going to go out with a bang. That's my intention, just to die in my sleep and have other things to do tomorrow.
Congratulations, Howard. That's good to hear. And congratulations on the billboard. It looks really good. And you know what? We're going to have him on the show. Talk about who he is and how he came to you because we've been in contact. I'm going to have something coming up for him.
With Eric?
Yeah.
Yeah. He manages those. They're going to be across the country. There's some up north. I don't think there's any out west, but he's checking on it because I told him where I want it to be and he's going to see what he can do for me. But I mean, I get a big response. I mean, even when I posted it on my Facebook, Carol and some of the others there have already made remarks on it. And it's getting a lot of attention, and it's connected to the social media. So because of Brian and who I am and other avenues I do, I'm very social media. In fact, the guy checked with me the other day. He said you had something like 75,000 views in 1 month. So that's a lot, I think. So
It is good for you, man.
and now
And, you know,
forward's up, it's going to get even higher. So anyway,
that's a good thing. So if anyone wants their own billboard, he's going to be on one of the shows upcoming. I'm not going to tell you which one, but he
okay.
does do them cross country, and they are out west too. Because I
Right.
talked to him about it. He's got a couple out there, but it's going to be more, and that'll be
Yeah.
great. So
Yeah.
could anybody have theirs here? Yes, she can. So I'm thinking about an idea, but I'm not going to say yet.
But
Linda
not
Steele.
an interior designer.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
It looks
No,
that
I got
billboard
an
looks
idea
great.
for him, which will work, which will benefit all of us on that, which will be good. Linda Steele, tell everybody who you are, because I was talking about you to Phil again today. He's been going through a lot of stuff. He's probably listening in Dallas right now. But you know what? Nerves of Steel. You need to go out and buy the book. Support what Linda did. This is a great book on what she wrote about her family, things that she did not know that happened. And I'm so happy for her, because book never goes away.
I know.
You support those artists. Who knows if it's going to be made into a movie one day? She deserves that. You've done a lot of stuff, right, Linda?
I have done a lot of stuff. As you mentioned, I'm an international best-selling author with my book, Nerves of Steel. Who knows? 2025 was quite a year, and who knows if I don't have a second book coming out one of these days. But in addition to the book, I'm a nationally recognized personal trainer and nutrition expert. I've been in the industry for over 20 years. I started at a company called all my family.
All her fans and family are popping up right away.
Oh my gosh, my sister's on. So I worked for a company back in the day when I first started my career, and within a couple of years, I was their #1 female trainer nationwide out of 4,500 trainers. Wow. And I held that position for years until then I decided to go off on my own. So I took my clients, we went into my own gym, owned my own gyms in Chicago, a couple of them. From there, I started to run another gym, which I've been able to turn around and make it profitable. And I'm going to continue to do that. That's going to be my 2026 avenue. I'm going to continue to train, so my clients don't panic, but I am going to be taking on this other responsibility. I also am co-owner with Macro Made Meals, which is my daughter's company, and we're a meal prep company. Yep. And this is a perfect time of year for everyone to be doing, being interested in meal prep, because, everyone's trying to be better and do better. And so we are here to help you with your nutrition needs and getting your meals all set for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We have, wait to see our January menu. She just showed me today. I want all of it right now. I can't wait to film it. So in addition to being a business owner to the gyms and running the other gym, I have been with Brian Sebastian and Movie Reviews and More since about 2017, on and off. I've been to LA with him. I've been to Nashville with him. We've been to Chicago. We've been to Wisconsin. We've been to a couple film festivals and so forth. And we've filmed at all of them, and I've had such a great time. So glad to be back, Ryan.
Yes, and thank you for that, because she took a chance and she came out, and I had a couple other people, Stephanie Seek, and she's going to be on. She's got some great things coming. Carol talking about that, and Carol, talk about who you are, followed by Rachel.
Yeah, I love Stephanie. She's amazing. We work together. I take women to seven plus figures. We start off with a retreat at my boutique retreat estate down in the Andes Mountains in southern Chile. And then that's followed up with all kinds of mentoring, support, and an amazing community and the strategy you need, but that's built on a really strong foundation. I also co-host the Unleashed and Unstoppable podcast, which is award-winning. We're coming up on 200 episodes. We're in our 4th year, and we talk about the neuroscience of leadership, health, and wealth. I'm all about abundance, baby, and especially taking a stand for women in the world. That's a big passion of mine, although I work with all people. So thanks for having me, Brian. I'm glad to be here.
Thank you, Carol.
She is my show wife. You know, I have to have somebody to keep me going. And talking about my troublemaker, Rachel. Tell them who you are. Yeah, you're because Rachel and I can get in trouble. Terry's like my sister that we argue all the time. Carol's my wife. Linda's going to be my future trainer. Howard is just, Howard is Howard. You can't get better than Howard. I'm telling these things, Dylan, because
your mistress. Don't forget about.
Oh yeah, Rebel. I can't forget about Rebel. I mean, she helps us a great deal. Which we seriously, we would not be where we are if you don't have a good engineer. And Brooklyn, you know that. If you don't have a good recording engineer, you're out of luck. It's just not going to work. All right, Rachel, go ahead and tell them who you are because the Chinese are listening.
So my name is Rachel Roberts, and I have a little morning show called Coffee Talk, and it's been around since 2018, and I've been with Brian from about 2018, about the same time. And let's see, I act and I model and I do a lot of content for TikTok. That's what Brian was talking about with China. So I feel like, I do a lot of stuff, but a lot of fun things. Thank you, Brian, for including me on, we've done red carpet in LA and, the Nashville Swift Committee for Women in Film and Television. And, a lot of fun things. And that's where we met Howard, and we love you.
Cowboy.
Cowboy.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I forgot to mention, I'm the baby in the group. I've been here. It's the 2-year anniversary weekly for 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Wow. Hey, Rachel, before we get to Terry, show us your the thing that you're making.
Gosh. I didn't. My kids weren't going to do it, so I made the gingerbread house today. I think this is the best one I've ever made.
It looks really good.
Isn't that funny?
So I didn't call her back. She goes, "You were virtually making it with me." I'm like, thank you. I probably was. Okay. So last but not least, Terri. So Terri is my sister who I like to argue with, but we don't argue as much anymore, do we, Terri?
We never really argued. I was just saying it was just like banter. It's more bantering. I've been with Brian since 2014, so I guess I'm the senior partner here.
Anyway. So she has to throw that in there, of course.
Sister.
Yeah, exactly.
So I do the red carpets for Movies Review and more, and we again doing the events with the Women in Film in Tennessee, and Brian and I have been to so many events over the years. It's pretty crazy. So we've met tons of people, tons of different small businesses that that we've helped. I also I'm in the world of fitness too. I'm a fitness junkie. I work out every day, and I won several fitness competitions. Haven't competed in the last 5 years or so, just because I've been dealing with my mom who had dementia. So I probably have a book out there coming out. She passed away last January, which is crazy that it's almost been a year, but that journey taught me a lot about life and death and family and all that kind of stuff. So there's probably going to be a book in the works. Like Brian said, it was coming someday. And then also I work in the world of orthopedics. So I work with I'm in marketing and sales, but I also work with patients with ACL, arthritis, and all that kind of stuff. So that gets me into the world of sports medicine, along with, the physical training that I do with my own body. So I'm really looking forward to this new year. I've done a vision board. I've got some projects that I'm do, but I just haven't been able, I don't want to talk about them because there's been stuff that I've been wanting to do that I haven't really had time to do anything for myself in the last couple of years. And so this is now, this is my turn now. And so I'm very excited about the new year.
Yeah.
So Brooklyn, now that you've met everybody virtually, Carol, how would you like to introduce her?
Oh, Brooklyn, your story is absolutely amazing, actually. And if we could dive right in, what caused you to pick up your guitar at age 7? What inspired you?
You know, I feel like I've just never shut up. Like I've always been singing. I've been singing since I was like as long as I can remember. And I actually first started playing the piano and I was like, you know what, this is lame. I want to play guitar. I was little, I was like, I want to play guitar. It seems so much more fun. And I've just really never put it down. I grew up involved in music and then I did pageantry where I was doing different interviews and modeling and fashion and different things like that. And I think that there's just been a lot of things in my life that kind of aligned with this career path. And then even doing pageantry, I met my producer through a pageant, which is so random because normally you wouldn't like do that. So I just think that there are certain things that aligned for me to be in this path, and I'm super excited on this journey.
Wow, that's really cool. You know, the pageantry is really, really interesting because it can help you develop a lot of confidence and poise and the ability to communicate well. So congratulations on that.
Absolutely. I feel like everybody always asks, oh, what's your funny story? And I was like, I feel like I gained a lot out of it. Like, I mean, there were some like little like funny things that happened with anything, but I think it was a really beneficial experience.
Oh, tell us the funny things. We want to hear.
Well, I mean, there was just a lot of like, I think the really cool part was just meeting different girls from all across the country and growing up and being in an atmosphere with really ambitious women. And being in that environment, I think really pushed me and getting to see people who are just really making a difference in their own community. My platform itself was a book I wrote called Operation Daymaker about just how volunteerism and making a difference in other people's life, even in a small way, can really make an impact on someone's day and the ripple effect of kindness and what that has. And I think that that was really cool, just being able to meet so many people and be fostered in that environment.
Congratulations on that. When did you write your book?
I think like 8 to 5 years ago, somewhere in that range. I wrote it when I was young and first started doing pageantry, but I think it actually was kind of ironic because when I was 11, my house burned down in the middle of the night and we were left with nothing but the pajamas we had on and a few items the firemen were able to grab. So I think just that difference of always being the person to go out and volunteer and speak about helping other people to being the person on the receiving end of kindness and the one who needed that help gave me another layer of experience to just speaking on that subject and kind of amplified that platform for me.
You said you lost absolutely everything, even your guitar, your musical instruments, everything, right?
Yeah.
Do you have any siblings?
At that time, I didn't. It kind of went from like 0 to 100 in a crazy way. I have 3. I'm the oldest, but I have 3 little step siblings that I love so much. And then I have my little brother Declan and my little brother Mason, who are 3 and 4 now. So I'm the big sister of the group.
You have a huge family.
Yes.
Hey, Brooklyn, how old are you right now, if you don't mind saying?
I'm 16.
So I want to think about this. I call them the zombie generation, but you're too happy not to communicate. Usually you guys text, don't pick up the phone, text me, I don't want to, you don't even know what a phone is. Do you even know what a landline is? Let me put it that way. But it's one of these things where I'm leading to is social media is done in a different way. You recording artists, since you're that singer recording artist, you are almost responsible for your own social media in a way now. Is that difficult for you or is that easy for you? Because a lot of people are older. Some of them are just not good.
I think it's a lot easier to pick up the trends, especially just knowing your audience and like your front row of people. And I think that is literally anyone because of the fact that music has such a big impact. But I would say generally young girls, and just being a young girl myself and having to try to write songs for people to relate to. I think it's easier social media wise to know the trends because I'm kind of in that like know of all the things that are going on. But I think that's something that's not really talked about as a musician or as an artist that much, is that there's so many hats that you have to wear in the industry, and that it's really not just writing songs and making music, but there's so much marketing and social media and having to get people to see your music, and the things that you create is a whole different ballgame that takes a lot of effort and work to see.
Hey, Linda, you were saying that you liked the song for a particular reason. And you're on mute.
I did that last week too. Sorry. I was just looking to make sure I had the right one. I believe it's Bad Blood.
Yes, that's my newest one. That's my favorite.
Isn't it great? And you know, the thing is, you know, you're 16 years old and you're writing songs about relationships, and I'm 55 and I relate. And you know,
that's the goal.
I listen to songs that my mother listened to, you know, I used to sing along, but I never really paid attention until now. I'm like, wait a second, my generation didn't invent this. Maybe my mom's did. I mean, it's like every generation we write about the same things. We all have the same relationship problems. We're all going through this. It never changes.
Yeah, it never.
It's true.
And I mean, I think that's something that's so cool about music. Sorry, what were you saying?
I said your music is going to be timeless.
Oh, thank you. That's a huge compliment.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's something that's really awesome about music itself, is that it just has the power to unite so many people. I think that's the reason why I really fell in love with it, is it can make you feel something. Like, it can make you laugh, it can make you cry, it can make you get up and dance, it can inspire you. And just the ability to connect so many people, or even the fact that you can hear a song and it could be about a relationship or a struggle of getting over something. It can mean something totally different to somebody else. It could be about overcoming adversity or drugs or a friendship or family relationships. Like, it can mean so many different things to other people than it is to me who even wrote the song. You know?
Yeah, that's so true. It's so true.
Ways to help.
Okay, ahead, Howard.
I've got a question for you. At your young age, how are you getting out there and perform? Can you perform where they got alcohol?
I think it's a little hard in areas like that, but I think being a performer and on the stage is a little different. I mean, there's different things you could do. You could put like an X on the hand, or just being a performer and like around like backstage and then coming to the stage and kind of just meeting people and going home. I think I'm lucky to have done a lot of really cool performances, especially being in pageantry and the fashion world and a lot of things like that too. I've performed anywhere from New York Fashion Week to different festivals to really anywhere that will have me. So I'm down to perform for whoever will take.
Do you have like a chaperone to protect you from
My
other
mom
people?
me all the time.
Okay.
She's the best.
Oh, I can't imagine. That's
I noticed one time I was backstage with Dolly Parton and I saw a guy, and I don't know what he said to her, but he made some kind of comment to her, and I take it was a bad one. And I don't know what she said. I wish I could have heard it, but whatever she did, he turned away. He wasn't mad, and he walked away. And it's like, I wish I could share that with you ladies, because most guys,
give me the line.
Down, they get mad, they get angry, and you don't know what they're going to do. You know, so.
Brooklyn, do your little siblings? Oh, look at her.
Beautiful.
Gorgeous. Wow. All around.
So, Brooklyn, when you're ready and you think you're starting to fall out of shape, Linda Steele is in your neighborhood.
Yeah. I know. Actually, I feel like I should be more into like working out and fitness again, but during COVID, I feel like was really my like fitness take. I was doing CrossFit for like 2 years, and I was like super into fitness. And I feel like now I've been very like music and like very focused. And I'll still try to like eat well, but I would like to like work out.
You have to keep your cardiovascular going, because if you're going to be on stage and you're going to be like dancing and moving around and singing, you're a strong cardiovascular system. So I'll definitely help you with that.
Yeah, for sure. And like
that going.
I grew up doing like softball and cheerleading and music always. And I think just getting more serious about music, I've really focused and like honed in on that, and just slowly, first I cut out softball and I was like, okay, I'm just going to do cheer and softball now so I could focus, or cheer and music now so I could focus on it. And then I cheered my freshman year, and then I'm currently a junior, but sophomore year, I stopped doing cheer and just really been focused. So I'm like, I should probably do something a little bit more active now that I don't have cheerleading or anything like that.
Well, the gym you could do it for 3 hours a week. You know, 1 to 1.5 hours a day, 3 times a week, really.
No, but it is true about like singing and needing that breath support and everything too.
Oh, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Do your siblings, do they like try to mimic you and try to like, they must be so proud of you.
Yeah, it's always really cute to see my little brother or like my little sister sing, especially my little cousins actually are like at the perfect age where they'll like listen to my music or just other Disney or pop songs, and like seeing them sing and being able to be a role model to any little girl, because I feel like everyone at that age kind of wants to be a singer or a songwriter, and I just never really grew out of that. So being able to be an inspiration for those people is important too.
Yeah, that's so great.
Who are you liking these days? Who are you listening to?
Everyone. Literally everyone. My music taste is so eclectic. Like I'll listen to like Frank Sinatra, rap, pop, country. Like I listen to everything. Olivia Rodrigo, rock. I love it all.
What would you say what would you say your genre is? Because I'm not defining you. That's why I'm curious.
I would definitely say pop rock. And when I did my first EP with my producer, I kind of did the first 4 songs a little all over the place genre-wise, because I do like so many different kinds of music. For me, I think that first EP was really about finding who I really wanted to be as an artist and my sound and honing in on that. And I think this coming year of 2026, New Year's Eve being tomorrow, you can expect a lot more music from me and really honing in on that like Bad Blood vibe rock pop genre. And I'm really excited for that.
Are you performing anywhere tomorrow?
Not tomorrow, no, but I am first week of January going out to New York to do an interview at iHeartRadio, and then I'll be in Utah at the Sundance Film Festival to be performing.
Oh, you're going to Sundance? Congratulations. Good for you.
Thank you.
What are you going to be doing there?
I'll be performing at the Music Lodge.
Oh, that's a great place. Good for you.
So I'm really excited about that one.
Oh yeah, they're gonna love you because it's also their last year there also before they move.
Yeah, I heard that. I think they're moving to like Colorado or something.
Who's booking your gigs?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Do you have an agency?
Well, I have an amazing PR girl also, and she got me this interview, and then as well as the Utah gig. So I'm super fortunate for that.
So yeah, Holly Davidson does a great job. We've known Holly. Matter of fact, Linda, you met her one time. You may not remember when you first came out to LA Talk Radio. She was there. Yeah, Holly does a really, really good job. And that's why I said, okay, who's Brooklyn Dillon? I'll say, okay, I'll have her on. But once I already knew, once I listened to those, this is why Holly chose her. I got it. Because you know what I like? I like Bad Blood and I like Criminal.
Nice. Bad Blood's definitely my favorite. I mean, going into that genre, and I know a lot of people like Criminal too. That was a song that I really wanted to be like that fun girl like anthem song, and that was from, I think I recorded those when I was like 14. So I think hearing those songs now, I'm a little bit like I want to steer more towards the Bad Blood and all that kind of sound, but it's really cool to see where that journey has gone.
You mentioned writing your own songs. Have you worked with any other songwriters?
Yes, and I'd actually like to write with a few more females, but my producer and Ryan are the people that I normally write songs with, and they're 2 guys, but I think things that I've written and coming up have turned out great, so I'm really excited about it and just taking my songs in the direction that I need to and really honing in on just trying to help the people that are around me through my experiences and through my music is really important to me. So I'm excited to share.
Wow.
Hey, Brooklyn, are you your own stylist? Do you do your own clothes?
Yes. Right now, I think that's one of the most stressful parts is like, we'll be really excited about a gig. And I'm like, what am I going to wear? What's my outfit? I'm always like trying to find, because I'm very into fashion and like specific on like my style and my branding and my taste. So, I mean, hopefully once that's in the budget in the future, I'll be able to have someone help me with that. But that is kind of a fun and stressful part that I always prioritize.
Brooklyn, you are not going to have a problem. I can tell you that right now. No, if Holly got you into Sundance that quickly, that's not easy. First of all, and a lot of the great films that are timeless came out of that. That's a great thing, and I can just see these future agents and all those people just swarming you. So your life's about to change, and that's why I wanted you on. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll put her on. Let's see what she's got. So,
Yeah.
so congratulations.
I especially love the fact that, your current music journey was inspired by the loss of your home. Like, you could have really easily, given up as a young child. And I know that must have been very difficult on your family, on your parents. And yet it inspired you to move forward with your music and get back into it to inspire people. And I thought that was really interesting. Do you want to speak into that some more?
I think I listened to Kelly Clarkson's "What Doesn't Kill You Makes You Stronger" like 5,000
Yeah.
But I think for me, I mean, I've always been singing and I've always been playing the guitar and all these things, but I think that was kind of the turning point from just being someone who loved singing and loved being on stage to I've always been a very outgoing but like introspective person, and that was the turning point of really writing songs and creating music and putting all of these thoughts and morals and lessons and things that I've learned or I see and I take into art and something on paper and being like, I want to write songs, and having that experience with Josh come into my life and my producer that I still have to this day, and having him as a mentor to kind of guide me in this journey was a really awesome timing thing as well. And it's been amazing so far.
It's interesting, Brooklyn. I was there when Beyonce did her first movie, right after she was leaving Destiny's Child, coming from Rachel's territory, Houston, Texas, and a lot of people don't remember that. But today she became a billionaire, and I took a picture. Well, I didn't take it. I had someone take it on a disposable camera. When it didn't come out, but I knew back then when she did the Austin Powers, the third one, that she was going to be something. But I didn't know she was going to be this. Renowned. And it just blows my way. So the one thing I can say I am good at is finding good talent and just seeing them before people see that. And I see that in you. I saw it in Britney Spears when she was just stepping away from the Mouse House from Disney, and we kind of knew what was going to happen. And then, you never know when you have your mom's your manager or whatever the case. It could be really dicey. They're wanting to do the best thing for you. And then sooner on, you have to graduate up. But I see you've got a lot of talent there. So my hat goes off to you. Congratulations.
Well, I mean, a comparison to Beyonce and Britney Spears is incredible. So thank you so much.
Well, that's the fun thing about doing interviews, because, I never turn anybody down and I never say no. I just don't always have access to them. And I don't know what we're going to get because we just never know. But it's an honor to have that, because here's the funny thing, everybody. I was following her because I liked it. Usually I don't do that. And then all of a sudden, literally like 10 minutes later, she followed me back. I'm like, what did I do wrong? Why is she following me? Why is I mean, she did it like right away. I'm like, what happened? Why did she do this? But I thought it was, thank you for that though. I thought it was hilarious.
Hold on, now I have to check, Dylan. Did you follow me back?
I'll make sure I'm
gonna check.
I'll follow you too, Brooklyn. I'm like, you'll have
I will, guys.
Hey, Brooklyn, what are you finding out? What is your team telling you about social media as far as your Instagram? Because that's what you're on right now, right?
I'm all over. So I'm trying to be on YouTube more. I think I'll be posting on there more in 2026. But I definitely say that my main two platforms are TikTok and Instagram, TikTok. But I mean, I'm trying to be all over because it is so important lately. But you can find me at brooklyn.dylan, brooklyn_dylan on Instagram. And yeah, I'm trying to really share all of the things that go into music because people don't always get to see that. And I think something that I always say is I feel like if Taylor Swift or someone who's starting at my age was trying to get into this and had this platform and this access now, I think just trying to show all the behind the scenes and the crazy things that happen. So I think just trying to get eyes and views on that, and letting people into the behind the scenes of the world is also really important. So I like trying to share that on social media as well.
That's fun.
Hey, Howard, she's pretty fashionable, isn't she?
Very much so. Very
I
much.
try.
Yes.
No, you're doing a good
Great
job.
pictures too. And you're personable, and I think that has a lot to do with becoming successful, because you don't want people that, if you meet a fan and you turn them off, they're going to turn off a lot of people. If you make a fan and they're hooked on you, they're going to spread that word, and it's going to spread really quickly, and it's just like roots going out. So you have that personality, and really, I think the personality can almost overtake the talent, because I knew, well, I won't say her name, but I knew somebody who was younger I thought couldn't sing. But as they got older, I loved the way they sing, because your voice is a muscle and you're training it all the time. And the older you get, the better it gets. And so, but the connections you make, you got to be on those connections all the time and not make anybody mad. And if you do, just don't let it bother you, and just shuck it off and go on. Just show them your success.
And Howard, tell her who your dad is too before you take a click of Bassett.
Okay, my dad was Little Roy Wiggins. He played steel guitar for Eddie Arnold. He actually started the Grand Ole Opry with Eddie Arnold and Minnie Pearl. And the area I live in Brentwood was basically started because my dad started at age 13 playing for Eddie Arnold. And Eddie Arnold said, well, if you'll stay with me your entire life, I'll take care of you. Well, Eddie Arnold went over to crossover music would make the world go away. And so since he did, he started the Arnold Company, which was the first subdivision in Brentwood that started this area. And then my stepfather started the Warner Company. So it's just like, and I saw the interstate come in. That's how old I am. So it's like, this area has grown immense. A very wealthy area in the Nashville, Tennessee area.
Well, Brian, you should tell Brooklyn about how many views Howard's viral dance videos have.
Really?
Oh, he loves to dance. See,
that's my one thing. I'm like, I wish I was a better dancer. I'm like, I can sing, but I don't, when it comes to dancing, I'm not.
All right. So you got a future fitness trainer, Linda Steele or Terri, and you've got a dancer, Howard, but he's more than that. He can also dress you. If you're having a bad day, just call Howard Wiggins.
See what I mean? Now I'm set up. Perfect.
And if you want someone who can cook for you, well, there's Rachel there. You guys could do. I could see you guys doing TikToks on Coffee Talk. I could see that. All right, Rebel. All right, let's take a listen to this.
And Rachel does healthy cooking. It won't make you gain weight.
That's right.
Exactly.
And while I'm not a financial advisor, I can be happy to educate you in regard to finances and global investing and things that you can do.
I mean, who doesn't need that, right?
We all do.
Right.
All right, let's take a listen to this.
Where the hell have I been all my life? All my life. Lord, why I'm crying behind these lights, behind these lights, frozen in the sun.
That was awesome.
I think something super funny with that song was when it came out, everyone didn't know how to pronounce the word facade. They were like, oh my gosh, I love your new song. It's like facade, right? And I'm like, I think I should have picked a different title. But I really love songs that have those really good lines. I'm trying to think of one of them, but like Iris and Wonderwall, I can't think of the line itself right now, but I know those songs all have the really good moral that's phrased in such a unique way that kind of makes me stop and be like, oh, like I love the way that they said that. Like it's so cool and like powerful the way that it's phrased. So I think having that hook of me and Ryan were kind of sitting down, and I had written most of the verses already, but just trying to come up with the chorus to it. Because when I'm writing on my own, I think my fault is that I'm always accidentally writing in two different time signatures because I wanted to build and I go to like off the rails with it. So we were really trying to sit down and like hone in this chorus. And we came up with the line, "Where the hell have I been all my life?" And I was like, whoa, I like that. And I think that was one of the lines that stuck with me and was like, need to make this centered on this as well. And that was really cool.
Hey, Brooklyn, I know what it's like to have a house burned down. I had the same situation.
Really?
It's hard to recover from that. So the reason I mentioned that, what are you grateful for? Because it's the year end going into the new year. And I always tell people, you never want to take old energy into a new year. It is very, very important when it comes to that energy.
Absolutely. And it's funny because over Thanksgiving, because you're always trying to be on social media, right? So I made a Get Ready With Me about just talking about certain things that I'm grateful for, along with not only just family and friends, but I think that there's so many things that we don't even think about that we're grateful for, like just the fact that we have our health and in this moment and the opportunities that I've been given this year and this up and coming next year. I think this year I've also gotten a lot closer to God and been a lot more religious and finding just a peace in a sense. I feel like every single year I'm like more and more at peace and like not caring what other people think. And it's so cool. It's like, oh, I thought I didn't care last year, but I must have, because now I really don't care. And I'm just so like in this journey of pursuing the things that I love. And there's so many things to be grateful for and things to just remember that we shouldn't take for granted. And I think someone who knows that and just remembering that is something really important to take in to the next year, because it's so easy to be caught up in just little things like social media or being on your phone or other people or just things in this world, and just realizing that none of it actually really matters, and just being able to pursue the things that you love and be here at the time that we have and do all those things is there's so many things to be remembering and grateful for, and just taking that into every day.
You know,
Linda Steele. Oh, go ahead, Carol.
I just want to say really quick, like, you have an element of a soul much older than your years. Like, you have a lot of wisdom, and I've heard it throughout the show. And I just want to point that out in case you haven't heard that. Yeah.
Hey, Linda, I was going to say, what are you grateful for? And then what do you want going into the new year?
I am grateful for my family and my friends and my support group right now more than anything. And my job. I absolutely love what I do. And I feel so grateful to be working for the people that I work for. And what was the second part of that question, Brian? What am I bringing into 2026?
Yes.
2026 is, I also, Brooklyn, have come close to God this year. I've always been a Christian, but I haven't, this year it seems like I've been relying and devoting a lot more time to it. And it has made a huge difference in my life. And I hope to continue on with that in 2026 and, put more emphasis on, God's plan for me as opposed to my plan for me, and God's timing instead of my timing, and, just trust a little bit more.
I relate to that a lot. And I think that brings so much more just peace and
absolutely
trust in everything that's going on.
100%. Yep.
Terri, what are you grateful for?
What am I grateful for? I'm grateful for the past 2 years have been the hardest years of my entire life. Everything was turned upside down. So I'm just grateful that I had the friends that I had to get me through it, and that they were loving and patient with me when I was having meltdowns, and that my faith that in God, which got me through to the other side, and I'm still here and standing, and it just made me a stronger person. And life is precious, and sometimes your true friends are not blood, they're they're your friends, and yeah, it was a hard life lesson to learn, but I'm still standing. And I'm just looking forward to a new chapter.
Carol, what are you grateful for, and what's going into the new year for you?
I am grateful for my family, big time, and my new grandbabies. Yes. And I'm also very grateful for my friends, for all of you guys, for my rock star clients. I love getting to do, like you, Linda, I'm passionate about what I do and very thankful for the opportunity to do that. And I am looking forward to expansion in 2026.
And Rachel, what are you grateful for?
I am grateful for my health and my happiness that every day I wake up and I feel really good. I'm grateful that I've got a lot of energy, and I'm grateful for my great kids and that I have love in my life after 50 years, finally, finding somebody that's amazing. And I'm grateful for you, Brian, and every day, our friendship and our talks and all of you that are here. I'm grateful for the opportunity to be on movie reviews and more for so many years. And yeah, and I'm really looking forward to the next year and what it brings. And yeah.
Howard?
Well, I'm pretty much the combination of Rachel and Linda, but I think my life changed basically when I turned 60 and I retired, and I just didn't really have a plan. And like God took the wheel, and it just like every day miracles happen to me. I meet somebody, they want to help me, they want to promote me, they come into my life for some reason, just like Brian, when I met Rachel for the first time, that was unplanned, and that just led to this, and that leads to something else, and that leads to something else. God's got the wheel. And,
Like
and
the
if you
connections.
don't, and if you just believe it and just let it flow, I have a talent, but God gave me that talent. And I pray every day, let me use that talent. So I don't want to do.
See, and that's what that's all about.
Brian,
Well, I'm grateful for, Rachel introducing me to Howard, because I didn't know I was going to have a guy, and I didn't know what guy I was going to be, but you can't get better than Howard Wiggins, right? That's for sure. So, if it weren't for Rachel and then she's saying yes, because the whole thing is everybody said yes. I'm grateful that Terri and I were like brother and sister, and that we still get along, but we're actually family because she doesn't really have family anymore. But I have a lot of friends like that. And I'm grateful for Linda Steele because she took the chance to come out to LA. She didn't have to say, she could have said, no, I can't be bothered. But she had a great time when she came out. There's people still talking about her at Gifting Suites. Where's the one from Chicago? Who, Linda Steele? Yeah, her. Because Linda, they've seen all these photos with you, and you were the life of the party. And then so it's one of these things when Carol comes on, I'm like, I didn't know it was 2 years, Carol. Time goes quick. And that's the thing. So I'm always grateful every day, literally every day. And I practice Buddhism for me. So everything is cause and effect. You've got to make those great causes, and it's about enlightenment, because I believe in world peace. And it took me 16 years to believe in that. 16 years. And it was Patrick Duffy in the middle of the street talking to me. And if anybody knows who he is, who was on Dallas, he was kind of like one of my mentors, because I had a couple of them. But, in the middle of the street for 45 minutes in Inglewood, saying, this is why you need to do this. This is why you need to help people. So I've been doing that ever since. And I'm grateful for Rebel, too, because you've got to have an engineer. You got to have a great engineer. And I wanted a woman engineer. I didn't want a man. I wanted someone who could see what women look good, the taste, and just see good things. We show a horror movie or something. She writes a script behind the scenes. Who knows what she's writing right now? She's probably writing our death. Who knows?
Yeah.
Hey, Brooklyn, we got a couple of minutes. Talk about what do you want people to see and how we can get your music.
My music is on all streaming platforms, YouTube, Spotify, Amazon, like every streaming platform. And I think TikTok is brooklyn.dylan. Instagram is brooklyndylan_. TikTok might be brooklyndylan_ too. But I'm really excited to try and take social media up another notch. I feel like something with that is just the use of social media over and over again, and just I will say I'm a little bit addicted. So it's like just consuming and recognizing those trends. But I also feel like through 2025 and just trying to post as consistently as possible while being a perfectionist is kind of hard because I'm like, want to make sure that everything is perfect. But at the same time, realizing that like TikTok likes when it's imperfect and just being real and authentic. And I think in 2026, I'm really going to try to up that social media game. And I just think seeing the growth through this year alone in just my content itself, I'm excited to see where that will go.
Okay, we got about 60 seconds left. Linda Steele, social media links for everybody. Talk about your book and macro-made meals.
My links are nervesofsteel.net. That's for my book, and it has all my articles that I've had published. And I also have Linda Steele Wellness on Instagram, and that's the only social media I have right now.
And she's easy to find. And those people who are pretending to be Linda, you can't pretend to be Linda Steele.
There's so many of those. They're all hacks, but yeah. But macro-made meals also, macromademeals.com.
Terri Marie.
It's just Terri Marie nonstop on pretty much all platforms.
Carol.
You can find me at Carol Register on all platforms. And by the way, I forgot to mention, I am also with you guys. I am always asking God to build my house.
I love that. That's good.
Thank
Rachel.
Rachel Roberts Recipes. All
and
over.
Howard.
Howard Wiggins, interior design. That's my main thing, but I'll do other things also, like model, acting, dancing, whatever, podcasting, anything.
He didn't even have to say anything. He's got a billboard now. And Brooklyn, one last time, you can never say your social media links enough.
Too much, yeah.
It's Brooklyn Dylan _, and then YouTube, I think it's Brooklyn Dylan Music, if I'm not correct. So
it is. And as I always say to this, thank you for everybody for having, not everybody had a good 2025, but I wish them wealth and happiness, good health and happiness, that they have a good and better 2026. That's most important. And as I always say, have a good night tonight, a better day tomorrow. You see someone without a smile, please give them one of yours. This is Brian Sebastian, and this is Movie Reviews and More, and we will see you next week. And listen to Brooklyn Dylan's music.